Open your mind.
Hey out there, this is Buzz with TheSurvivalBuzz. So recently on this channel, I talk a lot about AI and technology and things, honestly, because I think that's the single most important thing right now that we should be focusing on in the world we're living in, just because, well, there's a lot of big things on the horizon. Sorry, I got mosquitoes on me. And, you know, I probably don't talk enough about like Neuralink and things like that, which, don't get me wrong, those are on the horizon. But a lot of people are still skeptical, even though I'm starting to see a lot of videos, a lot of talk about how great it is already. So who knows, that could be in our near future. But it's a slow progression that they unfold these technologies on us. You know, if you just talked about Neuralink 20, 30 years ago, people look at you a little bit different than now. You know, there's actually people that are ready to sign up for that shit, apparently. But and I admit, on the surface, it seems like it's performing great things, you know, great miracles, you know. A lot of these things I don't think we need, and a lot of these things can do just as much bad, if not worse bad, than anything good that could possibly ever come out of it. And but you know, you got things like that, Neuralink and stuff. You know, cell phones have been a slow progression. You know, we went from the ability to make a phone call remotely to well, now you just got pretty much a mini computer in your hand, you know. So the next logical step is things like Neuralink, and trust me, that's getting close if you really are paying attention. But I'm starting to see a lot of talk now about wearables and stuff becoming more of a focus, especially with healthcare and things. I don't know if you guys have seen what Robert F. Kennedy's talking about right now with that.
We think that wearables are a key to the Maha agenda, making America healthy again. And we are going to, my vision is that every American is wearing a wearable within 4 years.
So yeah, in my eyes, it seems like something's there with that alone. And I honestly think going forward, that's going to be the future, man. You know, they're no longer, it's old school way, selling you pills and stuff. You know, now it'll all be digital. You know, like when Trump first came in office, and they were talking about all of that with, you know, the ability to detect cancers and things early and attack them using AI and different things, using this technology and stuff to better our healthcare, you know. And there again, give up a little bit of freedom for that security, right? That seems to be the going thing here. And most people don't think much about wearables. I see more and more people with them. Honestly, I work with more people that wear them than not, and I see people on a regular day basis that wear them more and more. And you know, I still got an old school watch here, but it's honestly just another way to track you, and that's what all this stuff is for, man. You know, the AI on your phone is to get up inside your head and know what you're thinking, and create an algorithm for you and keep you in an echo chamber and keep you silent and docile. And then all this wearable technology and stuff, you know, the obvious progression from there is Neuralink and things. And you know, I don't go to the doctor regularly at all. I try to go once a year for a checkup, plus it's free with my insurance. And I try to go get a checkup, and man, if I have to go for anything other than a checkup, and even then, if it's just a checkup, man, my doctor, I don't know about your guys', maybe you can comment and let me know how it is for you, but my doctor books 3+ months out now. But by God, I can get on my phone and remotely talk to him for $30 for 5 or 10 minutes. And I swear the one time that I did that because I needed an inhaler, I'm pretty sure the guy was in his underwear and a white t-shirt. But that's the future we're headed toward, man. And that's not what God had intended for us. You know, we're supposed to work hard. We're supposed to labor hard. And with all this AI and stuff coming, and the ability to monitor your health, everything 24/7 with wearables and all that. And pretty soon, like I'm always talking about, the digital ID, the digital dollar, all that's coming, man. It's all going to be connected. All your health information, all your money, your political views, what you say online, what you buy, what you eat. And you know, they play it off like it's for your health, but with all this wearable stuff, man, eventually it'll be just like the carbon taxes and stuff. It's going to be another way to tax you for not eating right or whatever, you know. I just really feel like people don't see what's on the horizon, and it just seems obvious to me. I'm so glad that a lot of people are waking up from their Trump stupor. They really are, people I even know. But it's deeper than that, guys. It's deeper than that. Politics are no more than like watching a baseball game to me. Did you catch the game last night? That's pretty much what it is. It's the equivalent of what it is, and it's giving people false hope that there's somebody out there batting for us, somebody out there doing good for us. And that's completely wrong. You're completely delusional if you believe that. What's the answer? I don't have all the answers, but I do know that we as people need to come together as human beings and quit relying on all this digital bullshit. You're supposed to work hard. That's what God intended. And with all this AI coming on, and then eventually universal basic income, or, you know, a lot of the techs now are saying that's not the answer. Whatever the answer is, it's going to be something like that. It's just another way to control us and what we say and what we do and how we vote and everything else. It's time that we stand together. Get off this political train, all this bullshit they've fed you and put in your head. All this evil in the world. They want us to divide us. They want us hating each other. They want us just chomping at the bit in fear and consuming pornography and addictions and everything else. That's what they want from us. That's what they're counting on. We need to put all that aside. We need to stand together. We need to be human beings and resist this AI and this technocracy that's coming for us at every cost, whether that be in a wearable or asking ChatGPT for an answer. You need to resist. This is the beginning of the framework of what they want. Don't give it to them. God bless y'all and your families. Catch you on the flip side. Later.